Still cool with melody.
Please enter your secret number.
Identifying 100.7.
Access granted.
Let's go.
You're about to witness entertainment, experience of desire to rock a party like no other. Mind-blowing sound, ladies and gentlemen. The party starts now.
Melody 100.7 FM.
All right, a beautiful morning to you and yours. Rise and shine, just like I always do say. It is 2 minutes past 8 a.m. this beautiful morning from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. It is a Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, and my name is Bolabad. It's the 22nd day in the month of July 2025. 9 more days to end the month, and we're going to enter into August, and after that, the Ember months will just keep popping up. But I mean, I'm not just saying it to scare anybody, right? I'm actually saying it to remind myself as well. Anyway, I'll be here from now to 9:55. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about quite a number of things. All right, so between now and 8:10, we would actually be looking at the weather forecast and also motivating ourselves. And once it is 8:10, that is 10 minutes after 8 a.m., we go straight to different pages of the Nigerian dailies this beautiful morning. Okay, so we'll be taking all the headlines from various Nigerian dailies, and by 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios to take you through the world of sport, tell you what is what in terms of sports and everything sports related. Okay, so they'll do that for about 20 minutes, give or take. 8:50, I'll be back in the studios, and by 9 a.m., we'll enter straight into the People's Assembly, where we get to talk about real pressing issues about our society, or maybe politics, or Nigeria generally. Okay, and we'll do that for about 30 minutes, and 9:30 Tech Talk would actually come up, and 9:45 Melody Surprise will be wrapping up the entire belt. Okay, so for 10 minutes, I get to call someone on your behalf. Okay, so whoever it is that you want to celebrate, start thinking now so you can send the details much later on the show. Okay, so it's going to be an amazing day, but let's begin with the weather forecast. It's saying it's going to be cloudy today because the peak temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius, and that is not even hot. Okay, so that would actually be in the afternoon around 2 to 3 p.m. and there might be raining conditions much later in the day. It is not really 100, but it might be and it might not be, okay? Because it's actually very cold right now. It's about 23 degrees Celsius, and like I said, the weather will continue rising to peak at 27 degrees Celsius before it starts dropping again to as low as 22 degrees Celsius much later today. All right, so let's check out the motivation quote for today. It actually says, success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I'll take that again. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal, right? It is the courage to continue that counts. This actually emphasizes that neither success nor failure should be seen as the ultimate endpoint. Because like they always do say, the rent or the due for success is due every single day. Yeah, it actually emphasizes that neither success nor failure should be seen as ultimate endpoint, but rather a temporary state that require a persistent spirit to keep moving forward. It also highlights the importance of resilience and determination in the face of adversity, and suggests that the ability to persevere is what ultimately determines one's journey in life. So this quote is often mistakenly attributed to Winston Churchill, but actually originated from a 1930s Budweiser commercial, according to reports. So while Churchill actually did use the similar phrases countless times during his lifetime, because he keeps emphasizing the importance of courage in the face of defeat, the exact wording is something is documented to have said several times. So the quote message resonates deeply because it promotes a mindset that embraces both success and setbacks as learning opportunities and encouraging a focus on continuous effort and growth. Okay, so it also underscores the idea that true success lies not just in achieving goals, right, but in maintaining the drive and spirit to keep striving even after experiencing setbacks. So I'll take the quote again. Says success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Did you get that, or should I take it again? I'll take it again. Success is not final and failure is not fatal, right? It is the courage to keep trying and continue that actually matters. Okay, so that is it for me for motivation quotes Sparks Maguire for today. All right, I'll be heading back to the music. This is Sunshine by Ashake. Stick around, keep it locked, don't move a muscle. This is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM.
Alalade mi Ashake. Ọmọ yìí kò kakú, ó fẹ́ lówó bíi Dangote, ó ní láti jagun. Ìgbádùn ayé pọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìpọ́njú, má bẹ̀rù rọ́jú. Sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Ọmọ lòun lè wákú, àbútí gbé bakú. No dey farm say you jájú, try to dey kaku. I listen, the handles my situation, all my pains and my troubles. Steady lighting my candles, chop my private part of the struggle. No man, sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Kilo go look at happiness on the way. Oh my God, light up my fire, loloke. Mr. Money, every amolode shake. One body shake, shake. Don't tell we I don't see them. They have been the vibe, me no be like Yasume. That was okay, I mean that motion. Eyes on me, I know people. Jamalo mommy, no be soda. Muniru and Lee, Jacka soda. I didn't come on, with some mommy job. 24 karat santi, we jazzy, we classy, we mighty. Bad boy from starting, no Miami, he live for Illuminati. I'm a Iko Kaku, ó fẹ́ lówó bíi Dangote, ó ní láti jagun. Ìgbádùn ayé pọ̀ lẹ́yìn ìpọ́njú, má bẹ̀rù rọ́jú. Sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Ọmọ lòun lè wákú, àbútí gbé bakú. No dey farm say you jájú, try to dey kaku. I listen, the handles my situation, all my pains and my troubles. Steady lighting my candles, chop my private part of the struggle. No man, sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Shine on everything you do. Sun's gonna shine on everything you do.
All right, Ashaka doing Sunshine right there, and this is still Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. All right, so my name is Bolabad, and we are back to it. Okay, so now it is time to check out, different Nigerian dailies this very morning and check out things going on, and we can then proceed. Okay, so I'm not taking calls yet. I do not know why that person was calling, but we'll begin with the Punch newspaper. I have the Punch newspaper, I have the Nigerian Tribune, I have the Vanguard and the Guardian newspaper this morning. So we'll begin with the Punch, like I said, and the first headline I'll be taking on the front page of the Punch newspaper says Nigeria now spends half its revenue on debt, presidential panel says. And that story can be found on page 38 of the Punch newspaper. That one to another headline. This one says 2027, that is the kicker of the story. Fresh Labour Party crisis as Obi rejects Dati Abure peace deal. And that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. NAS showdown, that is the kicker of this next headline. Natasha faces police blockade today, and that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. All right, businesses export rate cut as MPC reconvenes today, and that story is on page 35 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Now to the biggest headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper: Electricity Act fallout. That is the kicker. Genco's discos rage as states begin tariff cuts, and the story has a rider attached to it. Says Enugu Defense power bill slash as Ondo play to others join tariff cuts. Genco's threatened shutdown, and that story is on page 35 of the Punch newspaper as well. Now to another headline: pension revolt. That is the kicker. IG vows action after ex-police officers nationwide protest, and that story is on page 34 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Services sector fuels 3.13% economic growth, and that story is on page 38 of the Punch newspaper this morning as well. Gunmen shoot 2 Nigerians dead in South Africa, and that story is on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. And the final one on the front page of the Punch says Awujale, that is the kicker. Ogun government prepares for legal battle with Ifa Council, and that story is on page 9 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to the Nigerian Tribune this morning, the first headline reads: speculators panic as $1.31 billion FPI inflows, market reforms narrow exchange rate gap. And that story has a rider attached to it. Says experts laud CBN for driving Naira convergence. And that story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Obi's running mate Dati offers to resolve Labour Party crisis, and that story has a rider attached to it. Says present at neck meeting by Abure led group. Okay, and that story is on page 15 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And this one says late Alhaji Abdulaziz Arishikola Lao speaks. Alhaji Arishikola Lao says, and that story is on pages 10 and 11 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. So another headline: IGP cautions protesting ex-police officers against external influence. The story has a rider attached to it. Protesters insist on exit from contributory pension scheme, and that story is on page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. To health story: novel blood test predicts pre-eclampsia months before onset, and that story is on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To the biggest headline on the front page: Nigeria's economy expands, records 3.13% growth in first quarter, and that story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune as well this morning. Over 250 billion naira UBE intervention fund utilized by state government, says UBEC, and that story has a rider attached to it. Says 92.4 billion naira disbursed in 6 months, and that story is on page 4 of a Nigerian Tribune this morning. Lagos to launch 500 billion naira agriculture initiative to end food shortage. And that story has a writer attached to it. 3.7 million people face food insecurity in northeast Nigeria, says ICRC. And that story is on page 13 of the Nigerian Tribune this very morning. And moving on to the Vanguard newspaper this morning, on the front page, the biggest headline reads: retired policemen protest poor pension welfare nationwide. The story has about 3 riders attached to it. Storm now seek exit from CPS. Another rider says protest also in Edo, Plateau, Kwara, Taraba, Cross Rivers. And another one says, as IG denied opposing exit from CPS. That story can be found on page 7 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Another headline says Nigeria economy grows by 3.13% in first quarter 2025, and that story can be found on page 19 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. To another headline, United States and Nigerians, that is the kicker: we will prosecute ban visa fraudsters from entry. That story has a writer attached to it. Warns Americans in Nigeria of looming visa overstay penalties. And that story is on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. To another headline, this one says terror financing. That is the kicker of the story. 730 cases successfully prosecuted, says a Major General Aka, and that story can be found on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Citizenship, that is the kicker of this next headline. Kemi Badenoch displayed utter ignorance of law, and that is a statement coming from Femi Falana-San, and that story can be found on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Defecting rumor, that is the kick of this next headline, and the final one I'll be taking on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper says, I am not leaving PDP, says Governor Adeleke, and that story can be found on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Now moving on to the Guardian newspaper this morning, the first headline I'll be taking says Shettima laments depletion of a 90% forest cover, and that story is on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. 2027, that is the kick of the next headline. PDP declares Tinubu bad product, convince 101st NEC meeting, and that story can be found on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. Awujala's burial, that is the kick of this next headline. There will be grave repercussions, says Ogun traditional chief, and that story can be found on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. To the biggest headline on the front page of the Guardian newspaper: electricity tariff imbalance triggers new subsidy inefficiency debates, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. IGP pledges reform as retired officers protest poor pension under contributory scheme, and that story can be found on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Also on the front page, because the pictures from the protest with former, should I say, retired police officers carrying placards and banners to show their displeasure. All right, moving on from that, there's another headline here. It says confusion in Labour Party as Dati walks tightrope amid factions coalition moves, and that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Nigeria's GDP hits 373 trillion, remains 4th biggest in Africa after rebasing, and that story can be found on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper as well this very morning. Falana Sani fought Kemi Badenoch over citizenship claim, and that story can be found on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. States FCT's unutilized 250 billion naira education grants worry UBEC, and that story is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Court orders forfeiture of $222,729 recovered from Chinese nationals, and that story can be found on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper this morning, and this is as far as we can go. Checking out the front page of various Nigerian dailies this morning. Returns tomorrow with fresh headlines on various front pages of Nigerian dailies. But for now, I'll be heading back to the music. Do not forget that by 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios to take you through the world of sports. But in the meantime, here's Benson Boone doing beautiful things. Stick around.
For a while there it was rough, but lately I've been doing better than the last 4 cold Decembers I recall. And I see my family every month. I found a girl my parents love. She'll come and stay the night, and I think I might have it all. And I thank God every day for the girl He sent my way. But I know the things He gives me, He can take away. And I hold you every night, and that's a feeling I wanna get used to. But there's no man as terrified as the man who stands to lose you. Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please don't take. I found my mind, I'm feeling sane. It's been a while, but I'm finding my faith. If everything's good and it's great, why do I sit and wait till it's gone? Oh, I tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace and I've got love. But I'm up and I'm thinking I just might lose it all. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
mphe motho a nketse motho a ke re ba re lerato ke sepane ba re pelo e ba rata kankane nthatile la ke sena kanjane ke go rata maloba le maopane a sponono sa ka my love my smile keeper ane lerato e le cold drink wena u 2 liter ene mina ngikuthanduso ka wena ke kwala score anga wina lotho ngawurekela Porsche you got too much sex, too much sex. You got too much sex.
Baby, don't give a jelly now. What is it done? Me now. So for spend a second, spell a foot down, yeah. Baby, don't give a jelly now. What is it done? Me now. So for spend a second, spell a foot down, yeah.
You got too much sex, too much sex.
All right, on time, Casper Nyonvest and Abidoza, and also Bolay on that one. The title of the song is Sia Tandana, all the way from South Africa. It is 8:30 from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. This is Melody Sunrise, and you know it like I know it. It is time to talk sports. My name is Bolabad. By the way, I have Daniel in the studios. We'll be discussing briefly before I allow him to do his magic. Yeah, good morning, Daniel.
Yeah, good morning.
How's it going?
It's going well in the world of sport today.
What's going on?
It's about to go down. It's going to be a battle of a man piano between, of course, the Super Falcons of Nigeria and, of course, the South African ladies.
A lot of people have been placing bets, various bets. Since yesterday afternoon, no, I've been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, who's going to win this and that and all of that. And I'm here like...
Yeah, so somebody wants to retain the champion. The other person wants to claim it for the 10th time. For Nigerians, it's Mission X. For the Bayana of South Africa, it's for them to claim it and retain the champion, the championship.
So they've been
for
beating
the
us
time.
like back to back.
I mean, not so back to back, but you know,
They've been
a
beating
little bit
us.
of back to back is there.
They've been beating us. So it's not only power supply that they are beating us with. It's okay. Okay, no problem. Anyway, another thing. Okay, how's the transfer window going?
I mean, a lot of things happening, especially for your dear club, Manchester United.
Yes,
Finally, yesterday.
I've seen two.
I know it is because you are.
No.
Even if you are not the best, you are close to the best.
No, you're not.
I agree that being popular doesn't mean
Fela
you are
does
the
not
best.
have any talent, but he's popular.
I don't even want to
I
mention
don't know
that, the
what
guy.
he's good at, but he is popular. So that actually debunks your statement.
Let's say that thanks to social media.
Exactly
But the Premier League has always been the best before social media.
You said if you're popular means you're the best or close to it. See,
but
Ghana
it's
is
not the
close
same.
to anything.
It's not the same with Premier League. Premier League has actually been the best before even
It's the
social
most
media.
popular. As a matter of
Not
fact,
just popular, it's the best in terms of everything.
There was a time in
TV
football
coverage.
history. See, there was a time in football history where when you go from EPL to La Liga,
Definitely.
they'll tell you this is not child's play. We are not playing child's play here.
Definitely,
So
yeah.
EPL is popular doesn't mean it is the best.
But
Anyway,
it's actually the center
I'm
of
going
everything.
to leave that to whoever it is that is listening to decide. But for me, I feel like EPL is just popular. It's not the best league. You know, we have the.
Are you
La
saying
Liga
that
league.
because your club has not been doing well in recent times?
No, I'm not. No. You know what Daniel? You know what Daniel does, right? Anytime he tries to like win, he'll just try to touch you on a personal level.
No, like.
But here's the thing. Yes, see, here's the thing. What I'm saying is this: till tomorrow, EPL cannot be the hardest league to play in.
Really?
Yes.
EPL.
I will leave that boot hanging. Okay. So on that note, I'll be handing you over to Daniel, and there's also
Okay.
Fortune in the studios. Hi, Fortune. How's it going?
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for
It's
coming to
good.
my head, though.
Cheers.
As Daniel wanted to throw me inside grinder.
This guy, I don't know. That's
don't
his
understand.
strong point. He just attacks you personally, and then he wants to just.
As in Chelsea
Well,
fans.
EPL still
Someone
remains the
still
best league in
did.
the
Someone
world.
still did Thanksgiving on Sunday.
You know
Say
that.
for say Chelsea
One
win.
Club World Cup. As in
How can you say just Club World Cup?
No,
It's not just,
it's not just actually, but then the noise is too much now.
Oh.
We know that anybody that is a Chelsea fan, they usually carry microphones inside their stomach. So once they win one game, you won't hear.
The ground. The ground.
Getting a probe from deep in out. That's a smashing ball. It's Martins.
Chelsea, your ball, a good ball.
And it's pushed out to the bones.
Odesi.
Sensational. What a wonderful finish. That is the most embarrassing own goal. Oh, what a goal. That's something out of nothing. He struck it sweetly. And does he ever score ordinary goals? They're all copybooks off.
Oh, beautiful morning. You know what time it is. And you know that frequency is Melody 100.7 FM. It's not my guy in the house with me today. I always use this guy as my guy. I feel like it's my new toy. Anytime I want to play around, let them know you are here.
Good morning, sports here. Good morning, beautiful lovers of Melody FM.
That's the time you get.
I'm trying to tell you that if you take some.
All right, it's a beautiful day. It's going down today in the Women African Cup of Nations, right there in Morocco, where our very own dear Super Falcons of Nigeria will be going head to head with the Bayana of South Africa. This one is going to be about the Amampiano battles. Who's got it today? Both sides already speaking. There is a tug of war out there. We've got the Super Falcons manager and the Super Falcons captain. Ajibade is saying, whatever it takes, we must cross the line. Of course, the South African coach as well is in the news also saying they've got plans, of course, for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And they want to dent the mission hex dream today when they meet by 5 p.m. Nigerian time in Casablanca in Morocco. The Sport Jollof is about to go down. Finally, this is the day that the Lord has made.
No. Before you start celebrating, we have to look at it holistically. I mean,
Nigeria, South Africa, defending champion against a 9-time champion who is about to do it for the 10th time. Mission X.
Yes, it's a nice one. I mean, we can start singing "This is the day that the Lord has made," but then we still have to take the side of caution because this is not going to be an easy feat.
Is it not the day the Lord has made?
It is a day that the Lord has made, but the day have not finished.
You have reading anyway.
I have some reservations. I mean, if you look at this South African side, the coach now Zarelis was coming out to say they don't need any extra motivation to take on these girls. When you consider the fact that this coach who is talking is I think a four-time coach, CAF coach of the year, woman coach of the year. I mean, that puts a bit of a threat.
The best
exactly
women manager in Africa.
And then when you also consider the fact that this South African side, these ladies, they've not really lost for some time now. I think they have a 15-game stretch where they've not lost a game. I mean, you start wondering that this thing is looking like it's going to. And then also consider the fact that they are the last champion. They are the current champion who should be dethroned if Nigeria eventually wins this. I mean, they have a lot of things in their favor. But then I also like to think that we also, Nigeria, our ladies, the Super Falcons, also have some things in our favor as well, because if we consider the last couple of matches we played with them, all the goals so far, I think we're total 16 on our part, and then they have just 5. So when you consider that, you get to realize that girls, when we jam, when these two point all guns blazing, so I think that's what will speak for us. If Justin Madugu can bring these girls the so if you can unleash them on this South African side, we'll do it well. Let us come from the part of scoring early, because these ladies, these South African ladies, they are not here to play. I really fear for us.
Release the missiles. Let them be out. Already the guns are out there blazing. The Super Falcons. Is it going to be Ajibade? Is it going to be Okwonko? Or is it going to be the legend herself, Asisa Oshuala? By all means necessary, the Super Falcons must get over the line today. And of course, the manager is out here talking about the this Bayana manager saying anything you play against as threats. There's no two ways. When they were saying about looking at the Super Falcons team, there are a lot of threats. They were mentioning names to her, and for a manager of her level, she's seen a lot in the game. I believe she's on my own side. I believe she's more experienced than our manager.
Yes,
in this game, in this particular game.
Yes.
And one of the things she said we just have to try to be on top of our game, and of course try to nullify those threats and to take opportunities when they come against, like they did against Senegal. So it's a game of 9 minutes, maybe 90 minutes, and maybe extra time. So they are prepared to go all in, whatever it takes.
I think she also, in as much as she's talking tough, she's also scared. I mean, look at what she said. That
it doesn't sound like she's scared. She actually said they don't need motivation.
All this one is just extra small gra. If you look at what she said, every part of the pitch. When you look at the defense, where we have the O'Hales and the Plumpters. I mean, recently, what's her name again? This veteran defender, considered in how many games we've played. That should send the message.
All right,
then come to our midfield and then look at the attack. That lady they fear. She just doesn't want to say it out. She
doesn't sound like she's scared, because she went further to say,
okay,
so we have to make sure we have plan A, B, and C. They are ready. They've got 3 plans to execute today for the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
But then, if you also look at Madugu is a very nice tactician, because
I don't think Madugu is.
If you look at the history so far in this game, we start cautiously because this South African side, no.
Okay, you hear him there. You heard him there. Tread cautiously. Yoruba will say, "Ikiteba pojure." All right, of course, a bit of a good news this morning, because if you report, some of the things one of the things I don't like about media these days is when they report the bad side of the news. When the good side come out, you don't report it. But this is a good side of the news we once reported in a way that is not so good, and that's talking about Kadri Ikana. Yes, the good news is that he's now been discharged from the hospital. Yes, ex-Nigerian international Kadri Ikana has been discharged from hospital in Edo State. Yes, according to reports, all medical bills have been taken care of by Edo State government, and currently he's on heavy medication. Ikana is on his feet right now and grateful to Nigerians for their support. Of course, recall that the former Nigerian international, Dr. Olusegun Odegbami, was one who cried out earlier, and Nigerians came out to intervene, And right now, the former international and, of course, ex-soldier He was even once served in the military. He's back on his feet now. I mean, that's a good news, by the way.
It's a very nice one. It's a very good one. I mean, kudos to the Edo State government there for coming out to really sort this man's to listen to this man's cry in his time of need. I mean, I just don't understand why most times these things have to come to the media before these government personnel get to do what they have to do. I mean, look, this is someone who played and also served in the military. I mean, it is if he had written to you privately, not having brought it to the media, you should have listened to him. It doesn't have to come to the media, but then it's a very nice one. Kudos to them. I mean, we hope that eventually the federal government will also find a way to play into this and also look at this issue. But then, very nice one. It's a nice one. It's a very good one.
All right, congratulations, of course. So we wished him well, and now he's well. Well. So we're praying for a perfect health.
Definitely, most definitely.
And let's go from there to a bit of transfer stories before we head out this morning. Don't you forget about 6 p.m. when we come back to talk about everything we've actually briefly mentioned this morning to be in-depth analysis. Don't miss it. And right now, if everything goes well, it's almost done. It's about 90% done. Talk about Osimhen to Galatasaray is a movement. And if everything goes on to become official, Victor James Osimhen will become the third highest paid player after move to Galatasaray. That's a lot of money there. It will become the third highest paid player. We don't yet know the terms of the agreement, but I mean, do you think Osimhen is finally securing the bag and still remaining in Europe?
Well, I think third highest paid player. That's a big one coming. But then at the end of the day, if you look at it, he also deserves it. I mean, for a player who did miraculously well, boasting of about 30 goal contributions, I think about 25 goals and some assists there last season. He deserves it. I mean, he literally, okay, not literally, but then he carried that team very well with his goals and the rest of them. I mean, you needed to see the end of the season last time out where the Galatasaray fans were pleading, Osimhen, please don't leave us. This man deserves it. However, I still feel like it would have been nice, it would have been really beautiful if he found himself back in the big stage. I mean, playing in Europe, in the EPL or there and that. But then it's still good for him. I mean, if he can continue in that stride, maybe the next 1 year he plays very well. Yes, there's a clause that says you should not go back to Italy, but he could go to the French League on, he could go to the La Liga, or even come to the English Premier League. I just need him to put his head down and really perform this season, and then let's see what happens next season. It's a good one for him.
All right, and just for the records, in case you don't know, the terms of agreement between Napoli and of course Galatasaray is that of course it's an 80 million. Yeah, it's an 80 million pound move right there. And Victor James Osimhen has been given restrictions. Yes, he will not return to Italy in the next two transfer windows, and that's talking about the next 2 years. And of course, Napoli will still get a 10% sell-on clause. Yes, should Osimhen leaves Galatasaray. I mean, it's a very good deal. I feel this is a very, very good business
for a player who has 1 year left and they're making this much money out of him. I mean, I don't know.
That's why you should fear paper, fear documents, fear signatures, fear anything.
80 million sell-on clause, 10%. The terms of this.
All right, before we head out this morning, let's also bring it to you, of course, and the Arsenal fans. There's still no good news as regards Victor Gyökeres. Yes, I told you guys yesterday, I'm going to retire from reporting Arsenal's news, but you know, it's my duty. I have to do it whether I like it or not. And as at this morning, there's still no development. It's still the same roadblock. Sporting Lisbon president is making it very difficult for Arsenal to get their man. And early this morning, we also had the news that Manchester United still got an offer again from someone close to the deal right there in Sporting for Manchester United to hijack Victor Gyökeres' deal. But Victor Gyökeres still said, no. What I want is the Gunners. What I want is what I want to get. And Nicholas Jackson, right now we are hearing the news that Manchester United are bowing out already after showing their interest yesterday. And Chelsea came out to say, you know what, it's not living for anything less than 80 to 100 million pounds. And Man United are saying, come on, that is too much. We won't be showing much interest anymore. And in the late hours of yesterday, Chelsea came out to also show their interest in Xavi Simons from RB Leipzig. And as it is going right now, Chelsea are in talk with the young man on personal terms agreement. And if anything happens between now and 6 p.m., don't you worry about a thing. As long as you stick to Melody 100.7 FM, we will be here to give you the details of everything when we come for the sport cruise by 6 p.m. And on behalf of everyone that's made it a success this morning, before handing over the mic back to Bolabad, let them know you're leaving this morning.
Well, it's been nice talking sports. I mean, last night on the cruise, we were talking and we said, this is your Yokeres deal. I just pray that they don't do another Victor Osimhen on this one because I feel like this will not go through. They just, Arsenal fans, only drop in particular, let's mention you. You have to pray because you need a top striker. And this should come in for you. But if he doesn't come, please go and get Jackson, all right? Mai is not getting him. Mai, we are coming for Yokeres. All right, see you guys later on the cruise. We'll get to talk later. Have a nice day.
All right. And by 6 p.m., we'll be back on the cruise. Every story we will look into them in very, very deeper way. From now until then, I'm yours, nice and faithful, Daniel Adeyemi, saying stick to Melody 100.7 FM. I'm out and good.
All right, we're back to it, and we are just going to head straight to the music. And this is the Melody Sunrise. It's 8:51 a.m. from the studios, and my name is Bolabad. Okay, so if you're just wondering what we'll be talking about, I'll give you a hint. The present president of the country was at the Ages Fidal's ceremony of, the late Awujale of Ijebu-land of Asikura Adetono in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, and he paid a tribute to the late monarch for his support and his role in his own personal political journey. He also uttered a particular statement that has sparked a lot of reaction. You might have seen it, and you might not have, but that is what we'll be talking about in the People's Assembly today. Yeah, that's the discussion for us on the People's Assembly for today. So I'm heading back to the music now that you have a hint rather on what we'll be talking about. I'm heading back to the music now, and this one is Black Diamond doing some Yamuthi. South Africa is winning my soul today. So stick around, keep it locked, don't go anywhere.
station, Melody 100.7 FM.
When the love runs out and the lights go off, wanna leave this all behind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I know I broke your heart, let you in the dark. Now you think love's hard to find. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. You feel it, but baby, I've been out on the road looking stranded. Painted the perfect picture on the canvas. I know this shit ain't going how we planned it. You know there's stars and roses, but baby, we gon' keep on growing. All the things I usually don't do, I'm doing for you, I'm doing for you. My heart is never gonna leave. I'm always gonna be there for you. Don't give up on me. When the love runs out and the lights go off, wanna leave this all behind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I know I broke your heart, let you in the dark. Now you think love's hard to find. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. My legs hurt since I'm walking 1,000 miles on my own, so I keep falling down. Who will love you like me? I've been searching high and low for the right words to say, tryna find the right song. So close to the edge, but do this one favor for me. Don't give up on me. It's out and the lights go off, wanna leave this all behind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I know I broke your heart, let you in the dark. Now you think love's hard to find. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind. I'm hoping I can change your mind.
100.7
Melody
100.7
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
Please enter your secret number.
identifying
100.7.
Access granted.
You're about to witness entertainment, experience, and desire to rock a party like no other. Mind-blowing sound. Ladies and gentlemen, the party starts now.
Melody 100.7 FM.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
All right, so we're back to it, and in the studios, it is 1 minute past 9 a.m., and this is still Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad, and we are now live inside of the People's Assembly, where we'll be talking about something really, really important and, something controversial, because a lot of people have been saying, like, the president was just trying to stir controversy or, saying, but then I'll leave you to decide. Okay, so we'll talk about the statement that the president made. Okay, and talking about the history of Nigeria in relations to the election that he won back in 2023. Okay, and let me give you a breakthrough or breakdown of the segment. This is Melody Sunrise, and we are now live inside of the People's Assembly segment. Okay, so it's like a parliament where I would be serving in the capacity of Honorable Speaker today, and you, on the other hand, will be the Honorable of the House. Okay, so the thing is, you call me up when you want to contribute, or when you decide to contribute, you call me and introduce yourself as an Honorable of the House. Okay, you are an Honorable of the House, and your location or your area where you're calling from is your constituency. So say, for instance, if I were to be calling in, I'd say my name is Honorable Bolabad, calling from Basharun constituency, because that is where we're located. We're located at Bodewasimi, Basharun, Ibadan. Okay, just in case you're wondering what Melody FM is located, that is where we're located. Okay, so we were talking about that conversation. So I'll take it without wasting time, because the president said, and I quote, "Nigeria's history would be incomplete if I lost the 2023 election." Now, the president actually said this in person of President Bola Tinubu, said that Nigeria's history would not be complete had he lost the 2023 presidential election. He spoke on Sunday at the 8th day Fidal prayer for the late Awujale of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Adetono in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. Though the president paid glowing tribute to the late monarch for his support and role in his personal political journey. And in his words, he said, "Our national history would have been incomplete, carefully and richly, if I had failed in the last election." He recalled receiving blessings from the Awujale before the election and quoting the monarch as saying, "You will win that election and you will win one more time. Go ahead." Now, the president described the late Oba Adetono as a man of wisdom, courage, and unwavering support for democracy and the June 12 struggle. So that is what we are going to be looking at today. Do you think if the president had not won the presidential election back in 2023, his statement would have been correct, that Nigeria's history would have been incomplete, carefully and richly, if he had lost the election in 2023? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. With everything going on and happening in the country, do you think the statement of the president is a correct and credible one? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me up on or to send messages to. You can text me via WhatsApp as well. The WhatsApp line is 07055 071 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. The president of the country, in person of President Bola Tinubu, has said that our national history would have been incomplete, carefully and richly, if he had failed in the last election. So without him winning the past election, the history of the country would have been very much incomplete. Let me know what your thoughts are or what your take is this as regards the statement by the president. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me upon or to send messages to. You know what? You can also drop your comments on Facebook. It is on Melody 100.7 on Facebook. Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Okay, let me know what your take is or what you think regarding that statement. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call or send messages to. You can head to Facebook as well and drop your comments right there. Okay, I'll be taking comments from social media in a very short while. Okay, so let me know what is your take and what is your opinion regarding this particular statement. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. If you're wondering what statement I am talking about, it was the one that the president of the country made at the 8 days Fidal prayers of the late Awujale, where he said our national history would have been incomplete, carefully and richly if I had failed in the last election. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments. We're live on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Let me know what your take is. Let me know what your thought is regarding this statement that is credited to the president of the country. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. While I await your calls and messages, I'll be taking a breather, and also you can drop your comments on Facebook. Paradise by Coldplay coming through.
Expected the world, but it flew away from her reach. So she ran away in her sleep and dreamed of paradise, paradise. Every time she closed her eyes. Expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, and the bullets catching her teeth. Life goes on, it gets so heavy, the wheel breaks the butterfly. Every tear a waterfall. In the night, the stormy night, she closed her eyes. In the night, the stormy night, she
Coldplay Paradise, and is that not what Nigeria is? Yes, definitely that it is. Okay, so it is 13 minutes past 9 a.m. This is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. I'm trying to get, your thoughts regarding a statement that the president actually made on Sunday. Okay, so on Sunday, while attending the 8 days fidal prayers for the late Awujale of Ijebuland, Oba Sikurade Tono in Ijebu Ogun State, the president, in person of President Bola Tinubu, paid glowing tribute to the late monarch and thanked him for his support, and role in his political journey. And in the midst of all of that, the president did say that our national history would have been incomplete. Yes, carefully and richly if he had failed in the last election. That means if he didn't win the past election to emerge as the president of the country, the history of this country would have been very much, incomplete. And they recalled the blessings that I received from the Awujale before the election, quoting the Awujale saying, "You will win that election and you would win one more. Go ahead." What do you make of this statement by the president? Do you think that would have happened, or it's something that we can't really say because it has happened already? Let me know what your thoughts is. 07055 071 007. We have about 15 more minutes to have this conversation. 07055 071 007 or 07025201007. You know how they say we write our own history ourselves. Do you think if if the president had not emerged as the president of the country, the history of the country would have been very much incomplete? 07055 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Let me know what your take is. All right, your thoughts is okay. Fine, I'll be taking comments now, and this one is Caleb Z saying it don't complete now. Oh yeah, calm down, sir. Okay, there's another one that says show us workings, and that comment was dropped by Ujumelu. Okay, let me see another one. Real_for_V says Nigeria history or your history. Let me know what your take is. There's Flezil saying you are right on this one. All right, 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and let me know what your thoughts is regarding this statement. Drop your comments right there and I'll be here to take your comments. Okay, so this is _ Khalidan, okay, saying, what history are you talking about, sir? History of fuel, 1,000 naira, dollar 1,006, minimum wage still crawling, and Nigerians relocating like refugees. If this is the complete history you're referring to, then we prefer it incomplete before you complete us. Okay, 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments. Let me know what your take is. The president of the country did say on Sunday that if he had not won the election, the history of the country would have been richly and very much incomplete. Let me know what your take is. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning. Good to have you on the show. What is your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Ibadan. Honorable Bosse speaking from Ibadan.
Okay, good to have you on the show. Let's have your take.
Okay, Mr. President is always sick comedian, always trying to tell us things that will please us, and at the end of the day, at the detriment of our happiness or joy, not considering what the gravity of what they say sometimes. Imagine how is it that the history of Nigeria wouldn't have been completed if another leader emerged? Just from the day one of his administration, the first policy he came up with is still something that still keeps biting harder on Nigerians till date. A lot of people can't afford to buy drugs. I think there was a program I was hearing recently, and the person mentioned that because of a drug of 3,000 plus, someone died.
Wow.
The person couldn't afford that 3,000 plus, and eventually that person died. So it was the people that came up as well wishers that were now expressing what happened and all that. Now imagine, this is the same Nigeria where we had that someone is talking about history, where some other people have written good histories about their own administration and have gone past. So he's not saying what is realistic at all. This only 2 years of his administration should rather work things for the better for us, not for him to be telling us that the policies is implementing are policies that should work for our unborn generation. Is it the first generation that we are yet to talk about, or which one? When we that are even working towards the unborn generation have not even benefited from them, and it's not like they are not in the power to do the needful. I believe that comment is not clear. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bossa, for calling in. 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007. Or 07025 201 007. We're talking about the statement that the president of the country made on Sunday at the 8 days without prayer for the late Awujale in Ijebuland. He said in his words that, our national history would have been incomplete, carefully and richly if I had failed in the last election. 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me up on or to send messages to. You can also send me a WhatsApp message on 07055 071 007. That is 07055 071 007. Or call that number, or call me up on 07025 201 007. Less than 10 minutes to have this conversation. You can also head to Facebook and drop your comment on Facebook. It is at Melody 100.7 on Facebook. Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook. Let me know, what your thought is regarding this conversation of, or should I say this statement accredited to the president of the country. 07055 071 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Let me know. You can drop your comment also, and I'll be taking your comment in a little bit. This one is Larry Big Success saying last Nigeria go enter Guinness Book of Record as the worst country with bad government. Okay. 07055 071 007. Let's be very much conscious of things that would drop us comments, even though we're not calling in to the studios. Make sure that we are careful with what we drop as comments as well. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Kendrick Lamar, 23, says this man don't really see us finish. We no get value again. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. What is your take? Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Good morning. Here is Honorable Iwale from Mania.
Good to have you on the show, Honorable Iwale. It's been a minute.
All
right, so let me have your take real quick.
Anyway, Mr. President is entitled to his own opinion. Because I don't know the history he is referring to. If he had not won the election, another person would have taken that position. And there won't be any vacuum. So the reason why he is saying that the history of Nigeria wouldn't have been complete.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he means in saying that. Maybe in terms of what he is doing, is what he is referring to as an history. To be telling after his time in tenure for what he is doing for the removal of a subsidy, for all the hardship we are passing through. Maybe that is the history he is referring to after his tenure. I don't know what he's referring to, meaning that he's entitled to his own opinion. Anyway, Mr. President is always a Baba Salah at times.
Wow.
So maybe he's saying that to make the environment lively when he said that. So keep it up, my sister.
All right, thank you so much. Amen. Thank you so much, Honorable Iwale, for calling in 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. I saw a comment that made me laugh just now. And Lord Wahab says this won't be like threads. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We're talking about the statement that the president made over the weekend, and he did say that the history of the nation, our national history, would have been very much incomplete, carefully and richly, if he had lost the 2023 general election that made him president. What do you think? 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Someone is messaging me on WhatsApp and saying hi. Hello to you too. All right, so you can always drop your comments or your thoughts on WhatsApp as well. The WhatsApp line is 07055 071 007. We'll have 3 more minutes to have this conversation. 3 more minutes and then we'll wrap it all up. What do you make of the statement that is credited to the president of the nation, saying that the national history would have been very much incomplete if he had not emerged the president of the nation during the 2023 general election? 07055 071 007 or 7025 201 007. Okay, so Rolly Potiphar says the person that told you you will win again, you will win and win again has gone. What does that tell you? 07055 071 007. Yes, because in that speech, he did mention that, he visited the Awujale before the election. The Awujale did tell him that he was going to win the election and was going to win again. Okay, so that makes it 2 terms. All right, so let me know what your take is. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. What is your take? What do you make of it? Like the president saying that, if he had not won the election back in 2023, and become the president of the country, the history of the nation would have been richly and carefully incomplete. 07055 071 007 07025 201 007. Call me up or send messages or drop your message on WhatsApp as well. 07055 071 007. That is the WhatsApp line. Okay, so you can drop your 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. That is the WhatsApp line. Okay, so let me know what your take is. 2 more minutes and then we'll wrap it up. 07055 071 007 07025 201 007. Or Isa19 says, see, God bless me for not commenting what's on my mind. What's this? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me up on or to send messages to. All right, 070-55-071-007. Easy says, okay, that is AZC, okay. Says, you mean history of suffering, abject poverty. My prayer is that, okay. All right, I'm not going to take that prayer. All right, so I'm just going to wrap it up now because it seems a lot of people are, very, very much angry. I do not know why, but we'll take up another conversation tomorrow, probably one that will not make you very much angry. But that's it for me on the People's Assembly for this morning. I'm heading back to the music. We'll return with Tech Talk by 9:30. This is Craig David, teamed up with Tua Savage. Commitment, that is the title. Stick around.
Every time I show you love, you cannot see it. Every time I tell the truth, you don't believe it. Don't tell me I don't know about commitment. When I was the only one to show you different. It don't be the same no more. I can see, you can see, it don't be that way no more. You're running around like you don't have feelings anymore. It's cool if you well know that if you leave then say no more. No more, no more. Cause when you go left, I just go right. But you still want it all night. We just play chess when we collide. Think it's right about time I show you. Every time I tell the truth, you don't believe it. Don't tell me I don't know about commitment. When I was the only one to show you different.
Differently, we fell in love instantly. You're a man on a mission, stacking your paper, so I kept a distance, babe. We were self-destructing like kamikaze. Now you say I'm a snack, I belong in a pantry. You do these things to me like fire, make we rekindle it. When you go left, I just go right. But I still want it all night. Undo the stress, show me your mind, cause you know I need it.
Sexy elegance always in control. You told me when we met we should go with the flow. It's cool, you know my phone blowing up. I ain't showing up. I show you vibes, you cannot see it. Every time I tell the truth, you don't believe it. Don't tell me I don't know about commitment. When I was the only one to show you different. Life is changed, don't get it twisted. The right things when right time, take consistent.
All right, it is 9:33 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad. This is Melody Sunrise, and we are now live in the Tech Talk segment where we get to talk about situations going on, yeah? Okay, in the tech world. So I'm going to be talking about something very, very sus. For the lack of better words. They're kind of like suspicious, right? And that is what sus means, just in case you don't speak Gen Z English. Okay. So, yeah, is somewhat suspicious because I saw this and I was like, to what end? Okay, so I saw quite a number of companies that actually filed for patent, that is insane tech patents filed by major companies. That was like the headline that I saw. And I saw quite a number of, probably will check them out one by one, because some of them are very, very out of this world. Just like the one I'll be talking about today. This one has actually been achieved by Meta, and they are filing a patent, what's it called now? A tech patent, and that is to test, run, and everything. They're actually like 100% real, and these tech companies are saying that we want to file a patent so that we can actually test them, like, largely. All right, so what has Meta done? Like, in case you don't know what a Meta company does, they are the owners of Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Okay, so they have actually come across a very, very innovative discovery, because Meta just achieved mind reading with AI. I know you do not like the sound of that, because you're like, AI again. Yes, and it's a breakthrough in brain-computer interface technology. Now, Meta is the parent company of Facebook, like I mentioned, and they've actually have made a groundbreaking development in brain-computer interface technology. Now, they've actually unveiled an AI system that can decode visual representation and even hear when someone is hearing by studying their brain waves. Okay, so these advancements in brain-machine interface technology have the potential to transform our relationship with artificial intelligence and its potential application in probably healthcare and communication and virtual reality. Now, let's go straight to it. Decoding thoughts with AI, because University of Texas breakthrough actually happened a while back, because the University of Texas at Austin has developed a new technology that can translate brain activity into written text without surgical implants, right? Before, a lot of people that had brain issues would actually have to have an implant inside their head for that to happen, right? Something like what Stephen Hawking has and all of that. So AI can actually reconstruct speech using magnetic resonance imaging, that is fMRI, scan data, and it decodes a neuronal activity patterns to generate text that correspond with intended meaning, okay? So essentially, the AI actually does most of it. The AI analyzes and learns the data and creates a dictionary for interpreting brain activity. So specific brain waves can be decoded and translated into certain words. So the efficacy of this process was demonstrated in a study where a picture of a giraffe was displayed on a monitor and corresponded with the exact subject of the individual's thoughts. Now, this success illustrates the AI's ability to accurately decipher specific brain waves amidst a multiple of inputs. Now, this new technology could help people who have lost the ability to speak due to conditions such as stroke or motor neuron disease. Okay, so it is actually a good one if you look at it holistically. But then, if you look at it on the other hand, again, you'll be like, okay, so how do we go about using AI to decode language from non-invasive recording of the brain? So every year, millions of people suffer from brain lesions that actually can prevent them from communicating. And current approaches show that communication can be restored with neuroprosthesis, feeding command signals to AI decoder. So however, though, invasive brain recording techniques like stereotactic electroencephalography and octography actually require neurosurgical intervention and are difficult to scale until very much now that this has actually happened. So using non-invasive approaches have actually like typically been limited by the noise complexity of the signals that they have been recording. So for this use, you can say it's a win-win, right? We can say that it's a win-win because this is actually going to be like a breakthrough in terms of health, the health sector and all of that. So yeah, a win for Meta. But like I always do say again, but then again, what is the what's it called now? The opposite of good. There is nothing that has advantage that wouldn't have a disadvantage, right? It doesn't. So what Meta is doing now is that the AI will just type your thoughts. It's a mind reading AI that types your thoughts with shocking precision. So for millions worldwide that have brain injuries or have, families or friends that have brain injuries, this is like a breakthrough, or should I say glimpse of hope and everything. But for some people, we're thinking, what if, this gets into the wrong hand? What if this technology gets into the hands of those that want to use it for probably like terror activities and all of that? But anyway, it remains to be seen whether or not it scales through and becomes a thing that can be used in the health sector. Fingers crossed till then. But just know that that is something that Meta has developed. They've developed an AI technology that can read your mind almost accurately. So far, so good. The tests they've conducted have come out positive and very encouraging. But in that meantime, I will be heading back to the music, but do not forget that once it is 9:45, we'll roll over to what is called now to the Melody Surprise, where I get to call someone and celebrate them on your behalf. So if you have someone that you want to celebrate today, now is the time. Do not wait till 9:45. Now is the time for you to send me messages. All right, let me know their name, what you're celebrating them for, their phone numbers, and your name as well, so I can tell them who actually sent me. Okay, 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me up on or text me on, rather. No calls, please. Okay, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. I'll be headed back to the music, and this one is Alex Warren doing Ordinary. But trust me, there's nothing ordinary about what Meta just did, but there is more. In the meantime, stick around.
This town's lost its faith, our colors will fade eventually. So if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane a masterpiece. Oh my love. I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down to the dead and buried, on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your ride. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of the sanctuary, trying to be with you talk. Oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found hopeless hallelujah on this side of heaven's gate. Oh, my life found jealous, knowing we fall far of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary. Trying to be who you talk, but God, turn me to dust. Angels up in the clouds, but jealous, knowing we fall.
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
Baby, you came in the right time. Sitting on me, drinking white wine. Taking me places I ain't been before. You make me feel like that. I did not know what it feels like. Taking my mind on a wild ride. I'm in for a lifetime for sure. You make me feel like that. You got control of me. When I go deep in your water, don't need apology. No, you can do what you want. There was a lot for the party, and you can tell that there's no doubt the way I feel about you now. Say whoa, anytime, any place, I'll be there for you, baby, you know. And if you need some space, I'll give it to you like my soul. I love how you taste, all your curves and shades, and no, love you. Sitting on me, drinking white wine. Taking me places I ain't been before. You make me feel like that. I did not know what it feels like. Taking my mind on a wild ride. I'm in for a lifetime for sure. You make me feel like that. Like your banjo, give me dance so. Love you in 1,000 ways. Now you be the party majo, give me dance so. I know go use you play. Give me love and affection. You want it more fair, you want it more fair, gone. And if I lose you, I lose a piece of me. I will never let you go. Say whoa, anytime, any place, I'll be there for you, baby, you know. And if you need some space, I'll give it to you like my soul. I love how you taste, all your curves and shades, and no, love you. Baby, you came in the right time. Sitting on me, drinking white wine. Taking me places I ain't been before. You make me feel like that. I did not know what it feels like. Taking my mind on a wild ride. I'm in for a lifetime for sure. You make me feel like that.
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Nights like these, there's something mystical about nights like these. Any concept of time don't matter. Thoughts in my mind fill my eyes with water. I try to talk to God, and I close my eyes but I don't see anyone. I still pray for forgiveness every time I sin. So don't leave my faith in the hands of my enemies. Don't let me down. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't let me drown. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't let me down. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't let me drown. call me a dogu cause I live up to my name. Tell me who you go call when you feel like you don't get nobody at all. I still play the blame game with the man in the mirror. Don't you leave me on my own life. Don't let me down. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't let me down. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't let me down. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't let me
We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
How far, babe? About us. What the reason for a while now? What is zigzag now? What's the key now?
Shake it. I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. When we know we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for me? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. When we know we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for me? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When we together, it flows like the waves. All the stress far away. I know they feel lower, lower. Sweet melanin, smoke with the skin. You and me, I can never trade you for nobody. Up to the night I be thinking, you get that body where they make me. Oh baby, love me. I wanna make I love you. Up to the night I be thinking, you get that body where they make me. Oh baby, love me. I wanna make I love you.
I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. When you know we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for you? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah.
I want you for me forever. Don't tire to run kilometer. Oh yeah, baby, make you check out. This one no be pala. No go break my heart, oh. Make I no go holla, yeah. Oh baby, ole, ole, oh. Cause I bump kitty, you nazu, oh. Oh baby, ole, ole, oh. So make you no go leave me, my love. So many things I offer you. Sweet loving I'll give to you. So baby, come closer and take my order. Make I have your body with your closer. I'm a man, don't jogodo. I'm a man, don't jogodo.
I've been thinking I want you to come take this all for me. Yeah. Come and show me what it is that you got to offer me. When you know we could go all night. Won't you tell me it's all for you? And I'll give you all of me. So baby, come take this all for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, 53 minutes past 9 a.m. and it is time for me to step right out of the studios and head straight home. All right, but it has been Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. A big thank you to every single person that called, sent messages, dropped comments. Thank you so much. We do this again tomorrow morning. God keep us from 8 to 9:55. But in the meantime, you can follow us across all social media platforms. Do not be a stranger. Follow us across all social media platforms at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM. For me, it is at Bolabad across all socials. That is BOLABAD across all social media platforms. Let's actually just beat up right there. So I'll be stepping out of the studios now because Orolu comes up by 10 a.m. You don't want to miss that one. All right, so this one is Joe Boy doing Taxi Driver because I'm driving home, so to say. Anyway, have a great day ahead of you. And like I always do say, God bless Nigeria.
I be the things that you will be my sweet sugar cane. But you don't weapon fashioned against me. Touch them, forsake me. God, I day on every basis. Feelings are just weak away, oh no. Taxi driver, can you take me home? I can't feel my soul. Hate this feeling, I'm better on my own, on my own. Be a screwdriver, make I do your own. Baba, I'm better on my own.